Hey everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be reviewing the Scaletrains Operator Tier 4 Gevo. My model is decorated for CN, and it is the ET44AC number 3052. This locomotive does have ESU Loksound, and it has DCC. So MSRP on this model retails for about $125 US, which converts over to my local hobby store, which sells it for around $215, I think, but they're out of stock. I got this model at the Kitchener Model Train Show for a whopping $125 Canadian. So I got this for really cheap. So the box just slides open like this, and you can lift out the locomotive inside the plastic case just by pulling out sideways or either by lifting up. So inside your box is your locomotive and the operator's manual list. And the box can be used to store this locomotive whenever you travel with it or take it anywhere. And this box does a pretty good job. So the operator's manual here, it's just got basic things. It's got all your details that have been installed and the specifications, the warranty there, which has already been expired probably, I think. And these are just all the parts list for the Gevo and your customer service down there. To remove the locomotive, slide out, and this plastic sheath will come right off. Same ones they use on the Athearn locomotives. Remove the two pieces of foam and pull up on this tab. Lift open your locomotive and carefully pull it out by the fuel tanks. They do come with truck stabilizers here, so when your locomotive is in transport, it doesn't shake around. Great job, Scaletrains. Taking a look at the model in closer detail, first we remove the two pieces of foam that protect the handrails. Keep in mind these are plastic handrails, so these foam protectors won't do much. As you can see on this side here, one of the handrails was loose, and the handrails are warped, which is common with plastic models, but that's not too big of a deal. This I can just press back in since they're pressure fitted. Starting out at the front of the model, we can see not a lot of detail is going on in the front here. You can see there's a lot of holes everywhere, and those are pre-drilled to fit the detail kit, which you can buy separately. They're currently out of stock, so I'm waiting for it to come in stock. But these would be where all the handrails go. There's two sand filler hatches here, deck mounted ditch lights, which actually do operate, which is very nice, and they flash when the horn is sound. A plastic McHenry style knuckle coupler, and your separately applied snowplow down here. Turning the locomotive on its side, it reveals the GE nub tread plate style, which is very nice. Zooming in on the model, you can see see-through walkway steps, which is not something you see on budget models. Great job. Taking a look at the right side of the model, we can see separately applied fuel tanks, some separately applied truck detail, and a lot of molded detail on. Now this is one thing that differentiates the Operator and the Scaletrains rivet counter models, is that the Operator models have more molded detail than the rivet counter, which has a lot more separately applied details. That's why you can see these vents here on the top where the dynamic brake is housed and all that stuff. This is where you see all these molded fans compared to the rivet counter, which would be photo etched. Still looks very good though. Moving to the back here, we can see a bunch of molded on details like the fan, like the vents here and everything. And flipping the model over, we can see some more molded on truck detail like the non-rolling bearing caps. Turning the locomotive around onto the back, we can see the two lights here, sand filler hatches, some more molded on vents, the two numbers, and the CN logo. Also on the back here, we have a plastic McHenry style coupler. Turning it over to the left side now, we can see it's basically the same thing, just with some differences here. We can see we've got 3 molded on vents, which look pretty nice. The fuel tank here, very nicely painted. All the painting here is very crisp and clear. I can see very little overlapping paint. CN logo is very nice. And one thing I need to mention is that my horn came on an angle. This can easily just be pushed back, but I think that this model should have came with the horn facing straight. And on the top here, we can see that there aren't a lot of separately applied details. You can see all these lift rings here, which would usually be separately applied on the rivet counter models, are molded on. And we can also see that up here, there's some more holes for the grab irons. Another thing we get are separately applied sunshade and a fully detailed cab interior, which you can see through the windows.